Willie D Live.
What's up, family? On yesterday, Glen Big Baby Davis was sentenced to 40 months in prison for his role in beating the NBA healthcare plan out of over $80,000. But Glen isn't crying about it. In fact, he's in good spirits. He was even on IG Live joking. Caught me off guard because I saw Glen a couple weeks ago and I didn't even know he was going through that. He seemed to be in good spirits. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nothing cool about prison. I don't care if you're going to federal prison. Lockdown is lockdown. You know, having your freedom taken away from you is having your freedom taken away from you. So that ain't cool. But Glen said he gonna take the time out to get in shape. He gonna lay off the hamburgers. I don't know, man. I think some of those, depending on where you go, they got hamburgers on Wednesdays or Tuesdays, depending on where you go. They got hamburgers. So I don't know how you're gonna lay off the hamburgers. But most guys who end up in prison, if they're motivated, they do go in and get swole, or at least at the very least get fit before they come out of there. So, Glen, he's been there before, he's done that, and he's motivated. He'll be all right, I do believe. But here's the problem I have with this, fam. This is a big problem I have. Glen was sentenced to 40 months in prison for $80,000. Family, I watch American Greed all the time, and I be seeing these white dudes doing crimes, beating people out of their life savings. They be hitting people up for millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars, and end up with a slap on the wrist. 3 years in prison, 5, 9 years in prison. We talking about millions and millions. Sometimes people kill themselves over the loss of the money. Sometimes people kill themselves, they get scammed and they kill themselves. And these guys get slaps on the wrist. Now I know what you're thinking, fam. Since black men know that it's a biased system, that should give them even more incentive to make sure they're not out there getting themselves in trouble. You're right. You're absolutely right. But it don't stop me from at least speaking on the double standards. Man, Brett Favre and Glen, they got in a jam about the same time. Glen has been charged, convicted, and now sentenced. Brett Favre has yet to be charged, and he beat the state of Mississippi out of over $800,000, allegedly. What did he do? Money that was meant for Mississippi's welfare recipients was diverted to Brett Favre's daughter's school, his alma mater, to build a volleyball arena. They took money from welfare recipients that was intended for welfare recipients and gave it to some people to build a damn sports arena. The rich taken from the poor once again. Fam, I tell you all the time, you got people out there that's always turning their nose up to welfare recipients. And I say that these same people, they're welfare recipients, they used to get a lot more money. They used to get a lot more. They get money in terms of diverting funds, padding their pockets, and they also get money by way of big tax breaks. That's a form of welfare. It absolutely is. See, the problem that they have is they want to be able to get money. They want some free stuff. Who don't want free stuff? Everybody wants free stuff. So they want free stuff. They just don't want nobody else to get none. Because they think if you get some, then they won't be able to get as much. Or maybe they'll run out of some for them if they give it to you first. You see what I'm saying, fam? Yeah, that's what it's about. So Brett Favre, when are they going to charge Brett Favre? $80,000? $800, or they said $700,000, over $700,000. So you got one guy who has admitted, okay, 80,000, okay, I did it. You got another guy over here, 700,000. 80,000, 700,000. Which one do you think is more severe? Which one is the greater infraction? Which one is the bigger crime? Big Baby was not the only former hooper who got caught up in the crosshairs of the FBI. Authorities in the case previously accused ex-NBAers Shannon Brown, Tony Allen, Jamario Moon, Tony Roten, Melvin Ely, Ruben Patterson, and Darius Miles of wrongdoing too. They also said they believe former first-round draft pick Terrence Williams was the mastermind behind the scheme. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison last August. Let me tell you something, fam. If you're doing it, quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead, because they gonna catch you. They gonna catch you, man. A lot of times, man, they put the bait out there. They already know what you're gonna do before you do it. They know you're gonna take the bait. Man, there's way too many ways to get the money the right way. I say play it safe, man. Get the money legal. It's easy. It's so many ways. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.